Imagine waking up one morning, stepping outside, and seeing two massive glowing bands stretching across the entire sky. Not clouds. Not an aurora. But colossal planetary rings wrapped around Earth itself. What would our world look like? How would life change? And could we even survive it? Welcome to Fact Labs, and today, we dive into one of the most mind-bending possibilities ever. What if Earth had rings like Saturn? Globe showing Europe, Africa, the mystery of Earth's missing rings. Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, all flaunt their majestic rings. But Earth? Our sky is disappointingly empty. Yet here's the twist: Earth once did have a ring system. About 4.5 billion years ago, a planet-sized object named Theia slammed into the young Earth. The impact launched an ocean of molten rock and vapor into orbit. That debris formed a glowing ring around our planet. But it didn't last. Those fragments slowly clumped together, cooled, and became the Moon, our silent, gray companion. But imagine the timeline changed. Imagine Earth kept its rings. Or imagine we suddenly created new ones today. Volcano: how would modern Earth get rings? We wouldn't need another planet to smash into us. A simpler, but terrifying, method exists. Crumble the Moon. All we'd have to do is pull the Moon slightly closer to Earth. Close enough to cross a deadly threshold known as the Roche limit. This is the cosmic no-go zone. Once a moon or planet enters it, gravity shreds it apart like soft bread. For the Moon, that limit is just 9,500 kilometers, 5,900 miles from Earth. If it drifted inside that boundary, it would be torn into trillions of pieces. And those pieces would form a ring system roughly 5,000 kilometers wide, 9.5 meters thick. Made entirely of rock, not ice. Since Earth is too warm and too close to the Sun, icy Saturn-style rings wouldn't survive here. Our rings would be dark, rocky, and dramatic, more like jagged cosmic shrapnel. Milky Way: the sky would change forever. If you walked outside right now, here's what you'd see. A massive, bright ring stretching from horizon to horizon, visible 24 hours a day. No matter where you stood on Earth, the rings would dominate the sky. In the tropics, you'd see a thin glowing line across the heavens. From higher latitudes, the rings would widen into a breathtaking arch. Near the poles, the rings would look like a luminous halo. The Moon's old beauty would fade or vanish completely if the rings were created by its destruction. But that beauty hides danger. New Moon: the beautiful rings. That might kill us. The rings in the sky would look stunning, like something pulled straight from a sci-fi movie. But beauty has a cost. The moment a ring system forms around Earth, our planet changes forever. Let's start with something most people never think about. Sun 1. The rings would block sunlight. Those rock-filled bands orbiting Earth wouldn't just glow. They'd cast enormous shadows. And depending on where you live, that shadow could mean longer periods of darkness, colder temperatures, stunted plant growth, less oxygen production. Areas directly under the ring's shadow, especially near the equator, might get almost no direct sunlight at certain times of the year. Imagine entire regions becoming dim and icy, even during summer. Seedling 2. Photosynthesis would collapse. Plants rely on sunlight. But the rings would filter and block that light. Large parts of the Earth would face lower crop yield, collapsing ecosystems, oxygen levels slowly decreasing. Even subtle changes in sunlight can cause massive biological changes. With rings, the effect wouldn't be subtle. Whole forests might die off. Animals depending on those forests? Gone too. And humanity? We'd struggle to produce enough food. Animal navigation would get confused. Animals don't use GPS, they use Earth's sky. Birds, insects, whales, turtles. Almost all long-distance migrators depend on the Moon. Star patterns, reflected light, geomagnetic signals. But with rings, the moon becomes dim or disappears completely. Light from the rings causes glare. Star visibility decreases. Billions of animals could get lost, migrate in the wrong direction, or die off entirely. Natural balance? Completely disrupted. Ice Cube 4. Shadow zones become frozen wastelands. Areas beneath the rings, especially near the equator, would fall into permanent shade. No sunlight means rapid cooling, dust storms and strong winds from shifting temperatures. Potential mini ice ages in certain regions. Entire countries could become uninhabitable in just a few years. Satellite Antenna 5. Our satellites would be destroyed. Right now, most communication satellites orbit above the equator. Unfortunately, that's exactly where the rings would be. That means satellites would be smashed by high-speed rocks. GPS systems would fail. Internet and communication networks would collapse. Weather prediction would become almost impossible. Imagine trying to run the modern world with crossmark no GPS, crossmark no satellite TV, crossmark no global internet, crossmark no satellite-based climate monitoring. We'd be thrown back decades technologically. Unless we invented new methods of communication, humanity would struggle to stay connected. Rocket 6. Humanity loses space access. A rocky ring system would act like an orbital barbed wire fence. Any spacecraft trying to leave Earth would have to pass through billions of rock fragments, moving at thousands of kilometers per hour. A single pebble at that speed can destroy a spaceship instantly. Space travel would be nearly impossible. We'd be trapped on Earth for generations. Goodbye Mars missions. Goodbye moon bases. Goodbye satellites. Earth becomes a cosmic prison. If you enjoyed this mind-bending journey, don't forget to hit like. And remember, on Fact Labs, you get wild, science-shattering what-if worlds every single week. So if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time, so you never miss the next reality-twisting episode. This is Fact Labs, signing off. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive, because the universe is always full of surprises.